Let's get all sorted. I'm James.
And I'm Jeff. Hey, James, are ye ready to talk Lego?
Yes, I am.
Wait, I thought we were going to talk like Lego pirates.
No, I said talk about Lego Pirates.
Hey, James.
Hey, Jeff.
So we're not going to talk like pirates. That's good. I think my voice and the consistency of my accent will appreciate that.
Yeah, you won't lose your voice this week.
Yes. So there's lots to talk about with pirates, and if you want to take a look at the different pirate sets that released over the years, we'll have links on our website, breakingdads.com, and you can click and follow along and take a look and enjoy a walk down nostalgia lane.
And it is a visual feast, the
It-
Pirates.
There's a lot.
There is.
This was a big theme. It came out in 1989. They first introduced it.
So that's a long run. Like, yeah, I
Well-
didn't realize how many sets there were, but when you go back that far, there's going to be a lot of sets.
It's true, but it's really front loaded. Okay, well let's get into it. First off, it was the first new theme that Lego introduced since the big three they came out with in 1978, and the big three are town, castle, and space. Right, so it was just regular Lego sets, and then town, castle, space, and then in 1989, pirates.
So putting our minds back to the age before electricity there.
Yes,
People must have been really excited about this.
I think so.
The hype must
yeah.
have been huge. in the
There
Lego
was
community.
full-on TV commercials, and there's a link to one on our page, breakingdads.com, and it's people went crazy over them for sure, because they did a lot of things in this. First off, it was the first introduction of official Lego firearms,
Ah,
because Lego doesn't make weapons,
right.
except that sometimes they make weapons.
So the NRA has been scooping these sets up for decades.
Well, yeah, because you get your pistol and you get your musket, which came out of that set, and they look pretty well the same today as they did back then, which is pretty cool. And then they had a cannon, and we'll get into the cannon in a sec because that's there's funniness going on with the cannon. But other than that, they also introduced a parrot, which is awesome for your little pirate to have, and the monkey figs, which are
Those look so ridiculous.
I love them. I love them with the they got minifig hands for feet,
Yeah.
which makes them really easy.
And they're
to,
off color. Like it's just the weirdest
Well-
yellow minifigure hands and
Yeah.
feet. They're cute. They
Yeah.
are. They're so bizarre looking, but they're kind
You
of
could
awesome.
see these ones hanging out with the man with the yellow hat.
That
I
was
think for sure, because then
absolutely.
the hands and the hat would match, and
It's
that
a
would
good
be good.
design.
Yeah. And the other thing they were the first minifigures without the standard smiley face head.
Yar.
Yeah. So because you're pirates, you gotta have eye patches and beards and
You can't
stuff.
have that dopey grin on your face when you're a pirate.
A lot of them still had dopey grins,
Just different.
but with a pirate and facial hair. So that was pretty good, and it had a good run. They went from 1989 to 1997. They released sets every year except for 1990. So that's pretty good right off.
Yeah.
And then in 2001 and 2002, they did a re-release of some sets, and then they revived it in 2009 because of pirate movies. And then there's Pirates of the Caribbean, and then in 2011, and then finally we have legitimate pirate sets again in 2015.
They took their time on.
They really did. It's weird
I
how
wonder if it was just they sell but not that well, or I wonder what the story is behind.
I don't know. Maybe there's just only so many sets you can make with pirates.
I guess so.
Yeah, because they don't have airplanes and helicopters and cars.
Yeah.
Right, you're building a boat, you're building island fortresses,
Look, there's booty.
you're building shipwreck sets.
Yeah.
That's pretty well the entire theme.
That is it.
Yeah, so I think that's why
That's a good point.
the
'Cause
long
it's
pause.
true. They all kind of do. They have a similar look, but different technical aspects to the build.
yeah,
They've gotten more evolved, but
different play features.
you're right.
Yeah.
They really kind of blur together a little.
Yeah, there's only so much.
Hmm.
Yeah, but it's quite nice, and they put together the different releases in which are unofficially called waves. People look at them as. So your first wave was in 1989 and 91, and that was pirates versus the blue jacketed Imperial soldiers. Right now, unofficially, a lot of Lego fans consider these guys to be the French.
Right.
Right? Because you got Polynesian pirates, French imperialists.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's call them French. But Lego has made no comment as to the nationality of the people fighting the pirates. The other thing that's interesting is I can't tell who's supposed to be the good guys or the bad guys.
Right.
Like clearly the pirates get most of the love for the run of these. They get the better ships, they get the
Hmm.
better hideouts, and then the other guys are there to antagonize them. So I think that they might be the bad guys, the Imperial soldiers. I'm not entirely sure though. But one of the most interesting things about this, in 1989, all of the sets featured real working cannons that shot one by one round break. They were like a spring-loaded firing mechanism. No gunpowder, no black powder. But they shot bricks, and in the commercial they show it, and it's epic and it's awesome, and you can definitely imagine kids in 1989 going like, "Oh my god, a toy that shoots things out of their toys is the greatest thing ever!"
With sharp little edges.
Yes. But by 1991, in the U.S., they didn't have firing cannons anymore.
I think they looked at lawsuit.
Yeah, potential lawsuits. Yeah, and said, let's not do it. But in Europe, they continued on with shooting cannons
Right.
because Europeans are much more.
Children know how to play with toys.
Yeah, I guess. They go, oh, he lost an eye. That's his fault. I have no idea what.
Which country that was?
Was fantastically generic, maybe? Hopefully, I don't know. I'm not sure. Or did I just offend everyone? It's one of those two.
I think
That was.
get everyone.
But yes, Europeans are smarter than North Americans. I think we can. We can say
That's
that.
what you're going for.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. So that was wave one, and then 92, 93, wave two came out, and this was Pirates versus the Red Imperial Guard. So we had Imperial soldiers in blue, and we have Imperial guards in red. And again, most adults look at them and go, "Oh, redcoats, they're the British."
Yeah, finally we got the British.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah.
Right? And in this wave, everything got bigger. The bases were bigger with 2 base plates. The pirate ships were bigger. It was like a sequel, right? It was take everything that works and just do more of it. And it was beautiful, and things were great, and things couldn't possibly go bad, right? And go wrong.
Well, I guess they introduced this new set. They're selling it, so they're seeing probably good sales on that. Let's amp it up.
Let's amp it up, yeah. And so for the next one, they thought, it'd be a great theme for pirates. What if we introduced a faction that didn't have any big pirate ships or any big ships to fight the pirate ships?
Makes sense.
Yeah, and we go with Lego Islanders.
Yeah.
Which I'm sure there are people out there that have a soft spot for, and this was their first Lego sets, and they love them. But I can't help but look at them with that sort of 90s cringe of, is this racist?
Yeah, did we really make these?
Yeah, let's do the bone in the hair Islanders with masks.
Yeah. I don't suspect they'd be, well, it's hard to say. They might make these today. I don't think so.
Well, they did in one of the minifigure series, they had looked very much like an Islander with a better mask than they made back in the day.
Huh.
So,
Okay.
yeah, it's tough to say.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess it was loosely based on Polynesian Islanders, no big ships. Because they didn't have big ships, a lot of people consider them the sort of peaceful faction in these pirates versus Imperial war, and they just want to be left alone on their island. They're tired of pirates coming, to bury their treasure.
That's I like that part of the theme. It's like, oh god, it's the pirates again.
Oh,
hey,
these
Steve, it's the pirates. Oh man, I just want to sacrifice stuff, okay?
Yeah, let's build a prison out of some rocks to put them in. That's a great idea. So that's yeah. Oh, and also a fun UK versus or Europe versus the North America thing. In North America, the tribal leader was named King Kahuka, and in Europe he was King Quextil. Did I say that right? Quextil.
Kextel? I don't know. Sounds like a Mesoamerican thing.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, obviously, North Americans can't pronounce that name in any way, shape, or form. So they gave us the much better Kahuka.
Well, they were like, oh, they understand Hawaii.
Yeah.
We'll give them the...
Exactly. So that was fun.
Yeah.
So that sort of started the descent of pirates. But they were holding on. They were like, yeah, we can still get something out of this. You know,
what faction came next?
Well, they said for the fourth wave, which was released in 96, 97, they said, let's make it all take place near Spain, and they're fighting Spain or maybe South America. I'm not entirely sure where pirates would be back then. But yes, they were fighting the Spanish Armada. Yeah. And the Spanish Armada figures were cool. They had the cool Spanish conquistador helmet type design. That was
Oh,
nice.
is this the one with the really, really ugly looking ship?
Yes, which a lot of people consider the ugliest ship
Y-
Lego has ever made.
yeah,
Yes,
for good reason.
yeah. Well, it's. I'll give you the set number 6250. It's the Crossbone Clipper. We have a link to it. It might even be. I don't know. It's a beautiful image. Um, I don't know what to
Put
say.
on some glasses
I
before you look at it.
Yeah. It's like they said. You know what these ships need is color. A
Well,
lot of color.
they need some space themed color.
Yeah. Let's go. Let's go with a ship that's black and green and red and yellow.
That's like neon green.
And there's some brown in there too
It's,
as well.
yeah, it's pretty ugly.
Yeah, it's weird, but somebody at Lego said yes.
That was like they were out of brown plastic in the world.
Maybe
And
I
I
don't.
don't know. There must be a good weird
The lead
reason.
designer was colorblind and thought it was just black and red
It's
the
just
whole
red.
time.
I don't know. There must be a really interesting story behind that though, because it is a odd choice,
Yeah, it is an odd choice.
and it doesn't look like part reuse.
No, we were trying to figure that out. We're looking around and seeing if maybe it was apart from something else, but no, this is a one-off molded two-tone hull piece out of black and green,
Yeah.
like you do.
No. Yeah.
So that pretty well sealed the end of it.
No, I don't think we can blame that ship entirely.
Oh, I
for
think we can. I think we can blame that ship. I think it's fair. It was really bad.
So by this point, people have kind of went, pirates, okay. Like, what other military faction can we have? No, that's it. We've done them. We've done them all.
Yeah, well, that's the only military
We've
faction.
got the French,
they
the
do is-
British, and the Spanish. We really don't
Yeah,
need to cover this
exactly.
any further.
The Portuguese, I feel, are underrepresented.
Yeah.
For how much exploration they did, they could really use some.
You know, the 2020s are going to bring that back.
Yeah. But yeah, so they really didn't do anything from '97 till 2001 when they did a re-release, and they just repackaged some 3 ships in one of the island playsets from back in the day, from the first 4 waves, with newer minifigures, and they were Lego store exclusives, and people liked them.
Yeah.
But you weren't finding them on Walmart shelves or anything like that.
I wonder if
so-
that was testing the waters again or something.
Or maybe they found a bunch of old parts.
Yeah.
That's entirely possible
it's
too.
true.
Yeah.
I love how these decisions get made. It's fascinating.
Yeah. So, because that was around when they started realizing they needed to clean up their act as well as a company.
Right,
So we'll see. Somebody somewhere knows the true story, but they were nice sets, and people who collect the ships were very happy to see them released again.
They held out for a while after that, though.
Yeah, it wasn't from 2002 till 2009.
Yeah.
When they came out with just a new wave of pirates. And the theme for this one was, let me see if I get this right. It was, holy cow, pirates are back, and they look so cool, but these ships don't fit in at all with my classic pirate line.
Dun dun dun.
Yeah, so there's a lot of, it's a love-hate for the newer line from back in the day, because people who were collecting the older stuff, the new ships looked great, but when you put them up against the other ships, it just didn't quite fit. It was
Yeah.
a more modern look than the older ones in terms of how they're built and the pieces they're built out of. But it did mean that Americans and Canadians, us North Americans, we got working cannons back in.
I think that suggests that there was enough eye patches in the
Yes.
with the kids that had grown up with it, so now they didn't worry about losing any more eyes.
Yeah, or there was probably some landmark decision about frivolous lawsuits that made people think twice about it. Or if, as long as they put a picture of
Big
the kid with the
disclaimer.
eye getting poked out, like they do on any of the sets that have moving parts,
Yeah.
then their liability is done. So who knows? But it was a great line. It did have the gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous ship. And now I got to say, I'm not a seafarer. I'm not a huge fan of pirates in general. But I have 3 children. I would consider going down to 2 to get this ship. It's 10210, the Imperial flagship. It's a 1664 piece masterpiece in shipbuilding. Wow, I can really talk there.
How do you want to build that? You just hear the description of it and you think, oh, that sounds like
And it's not a pirate ship.
it's going to be fun.
It's a imperialistic big 3.
It's a life size. You can put it in your tub while you're having a shower and hang out on the deck.
It's pretty nice.
It's pretty nice.
It's pretty nice. So that was really exciting to see. And I think when the line came out, we were like, "Yay, Lego Pirates are back, and they're going to do pirates." And Lego said, "Hey, you know what works for us? Licensing."
Yeah.
And you know what people never see? Licensed products for a fourth movie.
No, yeah,
Yeah.
they don't usually hold out, but hey, we're gonna do it.
Yeah,
We're,
exactly.
we're gonna wait. We're gonna wait, and
Because I think they knew deep in their hearts they wanted to do a whole bunch of Johnny Depp minifigures. So let Pirates of the Caribbean, the fourth movie was coming out, destined to be a classic,
yeah,
and definitely not something that would set a movie franchise back by 6 or 7 years or anything like that. No, it was a hit.
yeah, hit something.
Yeah, so they licensed it. But it did have it. So they had 9 sets in the line and 2 just gorgeous ships from the movie. The Queen Anne's Revenge, which is this red themed beauty of a ship, and then the Black Pearl, which is just, monochromatic black on black on black, looking good ship.
I like the ships as
Yeah.
a thing. Like it's like the buildings. If you're gonna have something for display, the ships are just cool.
Yeah.
They're just gorgeous, and because the narrative is exposed, it kind of, I don't know. I really like that.
And they're fun to play with too.
Exactly. You can actually play with it,
Yeah.
like, because it's all there. It's not, let's open it up and yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. It's a weird line in 2011 because I think it again sort of killed pirates for a while because the movie wasn't very successful. And I know I'm sure that the ships sold really well, but for a long time after, I would go into Walmart and see the other sets, the other Pirates of the Caribbean sets in the clearance bin, right beside the Prince of Persia sets. So I think that maybe pulled them back on licensing for a little while, and definitely pirates. But flash forward to the year 2015, or the present if you're listening to it in 2015, or the past if you're listening to it
in 2087.
Yeah,
like they will be.
Which congratulations! I'm glad that Apple's still around selling products that play these things. I'm assuming it's going to be Apple.
Yeah.
Anyway, they're back, and it's more pirates, and they're back fighting the blue-coated Imperial. Which ones are those guys?
Is that the British?
Yeah, the British ones. Yeah, the Imperial soldiers. That's what they call them. Although now they might call them the governors or the admirals. There's a lot of... They look nicer. And again, you get more modern pirate sets. So these are good for people that missed out on all the classic fun. I would say if you're thinking of buying a beautiful ship from a pirate line, do it.
Yeah.
No, I don't know anyone that's bought one other than the that monstrosity. The Crossbone Clipper.
Whose name shall not be spoken.
Yes. Other than that one boat, I don't know anyone that's put one of these together and didn't have a great time building it and didn't have fun and didn't love the product when it was done in front of them.
Totally.
So, pirates, yay!
Yeah. Interesting history of that team.
Yeah.
A lot choppier than I thought. It's not as linear. There was those gaps that I didn't really remember. Mm-hmm. But yeah, it's interesting. I'd be curious to see where this thing goes.
Yeah, but again, I think the problem is there's only so many things you can make.
Right.
Yeah, so we'll see. You know, unless they want to go to like a realistic pirate line where you're like building Haitian pirates on like little gunboats and...
Speaking of racism, I think they're so... Yeah, they'd be a little afraid.
No Captain Phillips license set?
No, that would not be a top seller. Feel good like
You don't
set
think
of
kids?
the year.
You don't think kids would like going? I am the captain now, with a little minifigure. Is that not?
It's all child friendly.
Yeah. So I don't know where you go from pirates other than making bigger and better boats and bigger and better boats. And...
Maybe less. I mean, they have the historical aspect, but then they went with the Pirates of the Caribbean. I mean, they could really take the imagination element a little further, I would think.
Yeah.
You know,
What would you like to see? What would be your ultimate pirate set if you were?
I don't know. What's pirate life about? You know, it's sailing the open seas, walking people off the plank, sharks, creatures. It could get kind of mysterious and weird, I guess, but that's not too happy. I don't know.
No, but
I
don't know either.
It could get like, it'd be Lost. We could combine pirate theme with
Lost.
that kind of a horrible, weird theme.
That would be, that would be interesting.
Just meta Lego. Let's just get weird.
Every set they put out, people were like, I don't know where this is going, but I'm going to keep buying.
Exactly. Yeah, I don't know. That's the kind of thing. Again, with the story, it would be nice to see some really weird story with this kind of theme. This theme is such an odd theme,
It is. It is.
and yeah, take it somewhere.
Yeah.
But again, I don't know.
I don't know either.
We'll wait till the 7th Pirates of the Caribbean comes out so they can.
And it is.
Yeah.
And is it the 7th?
I don't know. No, it'd be
It's the
12th,
5th, isn't it?
18th. Johnny Depp needs work. Keep him going,
Yeah.
people.
Yeah, he really does. Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll see. Yeah, they might license pirates again. I doubt that highly, but stranger things have happened in the world of Lego.
Yeah. So I don't know where it would go.
Yeah, I
No
don't know
idea.
where it can go. I think it's going to be one of those lines that
Pop up
every
every once
5
in a
years they put out some nice island bases and a couple of really nice ships, and you buy them, and then you wait a few years and you buy another one, and you wait a few years and you buy another one.
And if that's all it is, that's probably okay. I
Yeah,
mean,
that'll-
if you know another beautiful ship's coming around the corner, you just wait.
It helps my wallet, that's for
Yeah,
sure, with all the other
exactly.
things they do. So it's a good line. It had a good run, and it's still going, and it's really the fourth big line in the Lego non-licensed world.
Cool.
All right. Well, are we done?
I think we are.
Why won't you do a pirate voice?
Because it would just be terrible. Arrrrrrr.
Oh, there it is.
There it is.
Well,
Check out Jeffet at Still Sorting. Is that good?
that was beautiful.
Thank
That
you.
was that's gonna scare a lot of people off of my Twitter. If you have a beautiful pirate set you want to show off, take a picture and
We'd love to see that.
Yeah, send it to me on at Still Sorting, and I will love it.
Yeah. And if you have any other things you want to say about ugly green pirate sets,
Yes.
let us know at breakingdads.com. Write some comments. Let us know what your favorite bits are, or where you think this thing is all going.
What's next for pirates?
Yarr.
Stay tuned.